Working with a producer but you can't afford a lawyer? I've seen countless artists lose thousands in royalties just because of handshake deals gone wrong. Today I'm going to break down essential deal points that you need to make with your producer, even if you can't have a lawyer draft a long form agreement. First, I'm just going to make a general note and say that producer agreements are absolutely essential. Even though these are usually super lengthy and long form, the detail is absolutely crucial to ensure that all parties understand exactly how people get paid and where they're getting paid from. Now, the reality is that most indie artists can't afford a lawyer to draft these agreements. So instead, what ends up happening is artists will basically have a handshake deal with their producers. I've seen this in text form or email, or even heard that this has been done verbally too. Now, nothing truly should replace proper legal advice, but if you are going to go this route, here are a couple things you need to include to make sure that you have legal standing. First, you want to define exactly what the services are. Specify what exactly constitutes delivery from your producer, and also list out the songs that they're supposed to be producing on a Schedule A. Second, you need to establish ownership. Now, this part's critical. You don't want to have a disagreement with your producer later on where they argue that they basically have co-ownership over your song. You need to have something in their agreement that says the producer is a work for hire and that all the rights remain with you as the artist. Next, you want to define the compensation. This is where you define the producer's payments, whether you're giving them an advance on their royalties, a flat fee, or just back-end master share. I also recommend giving your producers an LOD for sound exchange so they can collect on a portion of your share from the neighboring rights income. Last and probably most importantly, you want to clarify royalty terms. If a producer does get a royalty, you want to specify exactly which one they participate in. It's also extremely important to lay out exactly what the terms are for their royalty payments. So example, what ends up happening is an artist won't understand that they're supposed to be accounting for the producer payments out of the gross income from the song. So 2 years later, when a producer comes back to audit them, they end up having to pay them thousands of dollars out of their pocket. To avoid this, I just give producers a bigger share of the net artist receipt, which makes it extremely easy to track as an artist who has to handle the accounting. By doing this, you're just saying that the producer is getting X amount of royalties that you're getting. If you have a distribution or some fee that's coming off the top, you don't have to compensate in the payments and figure out the accounting that's owed to the producers. Now remember, this isn't legal advice and I'm definitely not a lawyer, but these are just a few tips that I think can help you as an artist protect your rights, but also offer a meaningful deal for your producer. At the end of the day, it's important to compensate your collaborators correctly, but that shouldn't come at the expense of papering a janky legal agreement. Follow me for more music industry tips.